But isn't your bedroom upstairs? If you're this hellbent on keeping your kid out of your bedroom, then I think it's time to call a locksmith. I love Lucy beds. Are Double D's parents having marital problems? I mean, they have separate fucking first aid kits. What the hell?
Edward! Must your father and I remind you to finish your homework?
Sometimes I feel like Eddy truly thinks he's smarter than Double D. But surely he'd think that even if Double D could fall for their bad betrayals of his parents, he would still be smart enough to know that there is no homework in the summertime, which is when this show is taking place. From the pear nightcap to all the framed pear pictures, this pear obsession that Double D's mother has leaves me with questions that, of course, will never get answered. This box says Ed's baby clothes, with 2 D's. But don't Double D's parents call him Edward, with 1 D? Who stores masking tape in their closet? Doesn't Double D's dad work in the garage? Why doesn't he just leave it there? If you're gonna have emergency sticky notes, you wouldn't put them in storage. How are you gonna get to them during an emergency? And I thought storing masking tape was a bad idea. Being this happy about fruitcake, which I'm guessing isn't even real because it was in storage.
It's Piggy Bank Day! The day where everyone cracks open their piggy banks and spend all their money?
Has Eddy seriously never heard of this holiday before?
Where'd you get that mistletoe? It's July!
Well, he found the fruitcake from the closet, so it's very possible he just got into another box of Christmas decorations. Duh!
There's no kissing allowed in my parents' room, Ed!
There's always kissing allowed in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. Sex. So there were already Christmas lights on this house, even though we've established it's July. And here we see Ed hanging the lights on the house. Am I supposed to watch this episode backwards or something?
Sarah, I can cancel my therapy!
I wouldn't. You're still pretty f***ed up. I mean, find a better friend than Sarah.
It's July, bonehead.
Has nobody heard of Christmas in July?
And a partridge in a pear.
I'll tell you who would want a partridge in a pear. Double D's mom. Hold the partridge. She'll just take the pear.
It's Dork and Beans.
I get it. It's a pun on pork and beans. But there are no beans. Double D doesn't have socks on. Double D still doesn't have socks on. Double D has socks on.
Naughty boy, Double D.
My piggy!
What exactly is Double D doing here that's so bad? I mean, they were about to smash the piggy bank anyways. Is that the same yo-yo Ed gave you in Who, What, Where, Ed? You love that yo-yo, Rolf! Why would you just give it away?
Just what I've always wanted.
Foot fetishes. So Rolf's giving away his pants, shirt, and one of his shoes, but he's already down to his underwear. Shouldn't he still have 1 shoe and presumably a pair of socks on? Rolf would be terrible at strip poker.
Who's a pregnant?
Good luck finding some this time of year. Naz has a pig nose on here. Now she doesn't. Now she does. Now she still does. Now she doesn't. Boy, Naz's nose and Double D's socks, I'm telling ya. At first I was wondering why this house has a menorah when they never mentioned anyone on this show being Jewish, but then it hit me that it's missing about 4 branches of candles. So now I have a better question. What the f*** is this thing?
A fine strip of bacon, yes?
And that's some fine looking bacon, but why would you put it in the jar with a bunch of dirty coins? That bacon is ruined now. Also, why would you get bacon out in front of Wilfred? That poor pig must be traumatized. Earlier, Double D mentions his low blood sugar.
My blood sugar seems a tad low.
So he probably shouldn't be having any jawbreakers.
And what would you like for Christmas, young man?
A jawbreaker.
Really? Didn't you want a pony or something? Or what about another shoe to go with the one Rolf gave you? The way the retainer doesn't collide between Ed's hand and Jimmy's mouth is really damning. So all these kids sat on Ed's lap and told them they wanted a jawbreaker? Even Kevin, who has a garage full of them? Besides, wouldn't Kevin think something fishy was going down if one of the Eds offered him a free jawbreaker?
And one for the elf.
Well, did the elf get one?
I gave jawbreakers to all.
Except to Double D and Eddy, your 2 best friends. Ed, you are a terrible elf.
Am I a good elf?
No.
I'm a bad boy.